Good morning. Okay. I am going over this super quick. I know it's early. I look like a bag of garbage, but I was just talking to Trish, and she's been sending out a ton of messages, and I'm super pumped and super proud. However, what I'm finding when I talk to people is that many of them are doing it backwards. And I'm going to tell you what I mean here in a second. Okay, just trying to set this up so I can walk you through. So I printed this off, okay? I did post it in the group. I don't know if anybody's had a chance to look at it. I know when you first see it, you're like, oh, it's a diagram, and you might probably scroll past it. However, I want to stress the importance of this. Guys, if you did have a chance to look at it, you will see that the very first thing I recommend it, this is for helping with wording, okay? You want to start, so when you send out your messages, you want to start with sending the opportunity, okay? Then you're going to move on to parties. Then you're going to move on to sales, adding them to your VIP group, asking them to pass your name on, okay? I know a lot of the time, asking them if they want to join your VIP group is probably the easiest, right? And then asking them if they want to host a party seems a little easier. Like, that seems easy too, so it's not as bad. Even then, you're kind of nervous. But then opportunity messages, like, freak you out, right? I know. I completely understand. I honestly, I'm still, like, I have to work myself up to get into the right mindset before I go send opportunity messages anyway. Like, I have a list of 100 people at all times. I'm constantly adding to that list. I did post a spreadsheet that you guys can use for that, just like 1 to 100, and then like highlight them as you message them. If it's like, yes, maybe not right now, whatever. But what I also recommend doing, and I'm going to add a couple tabs to that spreadsheet for you guys too, is make it super easy. As you're going through your Facebook, like as you're picking out who you're going to message, I'm going to make a new column for you guys for confident, the confident column, okay? Why are you confident that they would be good at this? Why did they make it on your list, okay? Put a little note in that right next to it. Then your compliment right next to that. You're confident that they're going to be great at this. And what is the compliment that you're going to give them? Then you have your list of 100, plus the reason that you chose them in the first place, plus the compliment you're going to give them. So then when you are in the right mindset to send out those messages, you already have it all right there, and you can be like, fire them out. Because I know for me, once I like send that first message, I'm like, okay, that wasn't so bad. And then I like look through my list and I'm like, okay, I'll message her now. And then that one's not so bad. So then I'll go ahead and I'll message another person and another person. And I'm constantly going through my list like, okay, maybe she won't be mad at me, or maybe she'll take it in a good way. And, you know, like, I got to get myself into that mindset. I'm just like you guys. I got to do it. But the thing is, what I really, really want you guys to understand is that sales are not as important as networking and sponsoring, okay? Sponsoring is where your residual income is going to come, okay? For yellow status, you need to have 1,000 in personal retail sales, right? Yellow status, that's a big one. But after that, to hit pink and up, you guys need 250 in sales or 500 in sales once you're elite. I mean, we always want to strive for more than that, sure, but building your team is where it's important, because then you're going to get that residual income. You don't have to rely on those sales all the time. You understand what I'm saying? So by sponsoring, getting girls constantly running to yellow, that's going to help your company's sales. That's going to push you up to pink. That's going to push you up to blue. That's going to push you up to green. Okay? So constantly adding people to your line. Make sure once you do, you get them to do the same. And then you build wide and deep. Okay? Wide and deep. So what I mean by that is, okay, Megan Kosh, for instance, she joined under Carissa Carissa is currently suspended. But Megan and me are close. We wouldn't be close if I hadn't have messaged her and given her my support. She's not my personally enrolled, but she is on my team and I need to take care of her. Okay? Now, you guys, just so you all know, whenever you add somebody, I add them too. Like, whenever you add the company, me and Adrian will both add them. If somebody on your team sponsors somebody, you should be adding that person too, because we're like a family. We're family support for them, okay? You just message them. You don't have to message them all the time, okay? But you need to say, I'm one of your uplines. I'm here for you if you ever have any questions. Rachel and Adrian are both here for you as well. We're like a family and we're here to offer you support. Just so you know, if you're personally, like your sponsor is still kind of learning as she's going too, she's going to be here for you the best she can. If there's ever anything that she can't help you with, I'm here. Rachel's here, Adrian's here. You let them know that you are there. You take care of them. Okay? Ashley is under Megan. Me and Ashley are close. Sarah is under Ashley. Me and Sarah talk. I don't ignore anybody on my team. Like, there's people constantly getting added, so I have to constantly keep looking, and I know that there's actually, when I was tagging the other day, I was like, there's a lot of people that haven't accepted my friend requests. Like, I was trying to tag people. I'm like, they didn't accept my friend request. So I like can't even contact them. And that for me is like hard. I'm like, how am I supposed to message them? And how am I supposed to keep tabs on them? Like, and let them know I'm here if they want, you know, like the friend request things are turned off. Anyway, my point is we need to be focusing on sponsoring, building our team wide and deep, okay? Because Megan, for instance, okay, Megan's got an awesome team. But what if Megan all of a sudden hits a bump, decides, I don't want to do this anymore? Well, what if I hadn't messaged Ashley or Sarah? You know, like, they'd be like, oh man, my sponsor's gone. What am I going to do now? Right? They know that if Megan goes away, I'm still here. Adrian's still here. They know that. Okay? That is, if you see people saying, my sponsor doesn't help me, my sponsor doesn't help me, their elite should be down there helping them too, right? Like, and you should all know that your sponsor is not, we're all learning and we're all learning as we go, okay? So it's not your sponsor's fault if you're not having success, because you need to just understand that they might not be having the best success themselves, and they might not know how to help you in the best way if they're still struggling themselves. So if you're struggling and your sponsor isn't being the best help, there's other people. We're a family. You reach out to other people. You find a way. You take responsibility for your own actions. You go out, you message, you watch the training, you are all in the groups. That's what you do, right? You work it for yourself. Understand? Okay, so I'm going to go over this quickly. You quickly message them, okay? I'm going to add those columns for you. You add your 100 people. You're going to write down compliment, confidence. Make sure you watch the Feel Felt Found. I'm going to put the duplication video. I've actually messaged the girls going for pink to watch that video, but I would love it if everybody would watch it, because Lauren Pypak is thebomb.com and everybody should watch that video. If you don't know, Feel Felt Found, Crazy Confident Compliment, and yeah, just overcoming objections and what to say next, basically. Like, anyways, so first you're going to be like, you should be doing this with me, right? You should be doing this with me. It can literally be as simple as that. Hey, we haven't chatted in a while. I know I sound crazy, but I had to just throw it out there. Finally, I've been thinking about this for forever now. I just needed to get it off my chest. I totally think you should be doing this with me. Boom. Okay? You should be doing this with me. Then they're going to say either, oh yeah, I've been thinking about it, blah, blah, blah. That's like best case scenario. They might ignore your message. If they do that, then you just keep liking and commenting and building that relationship with them. They're ignoring you. That's fine. And you know what? Next time they like my post, because they're going to follow you. They will, I promise, especially if you're building that relationship and you're still liking and commenting on their stuff. Next time they like something, I'm going to be like, hey, I know you didn't respond to my last message, and maybe that means I should take a hint, but I'm just throwing it out there that I still think you would be great at this, and I still think you should just give it some thought. That's it, okay? You follow up. They ignored your message initially. You're still building that relationship. You go back, you follow up, and you say, I still think you'd be great at it. You know, like, I understand you didn't reply. Maybe that means no. Maybe it means you were busy, okay? Just throwing it out there. You'd be great, okay? Then they're probably going to be like, oh, man, yeah, she called me out on ignoring her. And then they'll reply, okay? And then you can go from there and be like, okay, maybe they just want the kit, then you welcome them, add them to the team groups, you know the drill, right? If they're too busy, then you use the feel, felt, found. I completely understand. I felt the same way. I'm busy all the time with my 2 kids. What I have found works for me is I can do it anywhere on my phone, in my free time, whenever I'm scrolling on Facebook anyways. Okay? Feel, felt, found. You understand how they feel. You felt the same way, or you know somebody that has an example of how they overcame that, okay? Then they might say, what, honey? I'm just downstairs, one sec. They might say, let's do it. Then you can welcome them to the group. They might say they'll think about it, or not right now. Then you would move on to, no worries, how about we set you up a beauty bar, and possibly get you some free makeup. Okay? They might say, sure. They might say, what's that? You explain it to them. They might say, I'll think about it. And then you say, no problem, girl. I will add you to my group so you can still be a part of the fun. Feel free to pass my name along to the makeup-loving friends. Okay? That's your third step. People are doing it backwards, okay? You're doing, I'm going to add you to my group. Do you want to host a party? And you're putting the opportunity messages on your task of to do later, and you're not doing them. You know, like sometimes you're doing them, but me personally too, I avoid them. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that. I have my list of 100. Yeah, good. Did my list of 100, and I'm going to send out like 2, and then, oh yeah, a few days later, okay, I'll send out 2 more. You know, like I've done that. I've been there. But we need to all do it backwards, and I'm hoping this chart will help you guys, okay? So, sponsoring, parties, then sales. If you have, okay, one sec, come here. Sorry. Yes? What? Are you on video? You want to say hi? You don't have to. Alright, I'm just going to finish up my video and we'll be right up, okay? Right up. Sorry. Hold on one second, please. What? Okay, I'm just going to finish this up super quick. So my point is, if you were to have a month where you had 10 parties, you sponsored 3 to 5 people, but you had 0 sales, that would be an amazing month, right? It would be an amazing month. You know why? Because those parties all got you new contacts that expanded your network. You got new people on your team that are going to be selling. Evelyn. You might not have sales, but what you got, Lord. Okay, but what you got was a whole bunch of new contacts that might sell later, right? They might be selling, they might buy from you later, okay? So now you have new contacts, you have new team members, and sales for down the road. Focus on sponsoring then parties, and then sales. Okay? You want to post in your VIP group all the time, sure. But you need to be asking those people, make your list of 100, send out those messages. I know it's scary, but we can do it. And by doing this and doing the crazy compliment confident, I promise you, I have never once had anybody get mad at me. Ever. I know it's scary and we think, oh, they're going to be like, block, ignore, why would you even suggest that, blah, blah, blah. They never do, ever. It's all in your head. In fact, a lot of them, most of the time, that I think are going to like freak out and be like, what the heck? Like, no, I'm not interested in that. Like, that's stupid. They're like, oh, I've been watching you. Oh, I'm totally flattered. You're actually great at what you do. It's not really for me right now because, and then we do the feel, felt, found. And then they're like, okay, yeah, I'll totally think about it. And then they might end up hosting a party or they're in my group, okay? I promise you, once you get doing them, it's not so scary. We're going to make this a crazy month. We're actually going to push for black, like we're riding this crazy train. So let's all get uncomfortable and show the world what you can do when you do it scared and you do it crazy. And we just ride this crazy train all the way, okay? Let's all sponsor the crap out of this month. Build our teams, have some parties or whatever you want to do. Get some people in your VIP group and let's do this thing, okay? Hopefully that helps. Posting the duplication video after this. I will bump this chart for you guys as well. Hopefully that helps everybody. If you have any questions, send me a message, comment.